Oh, hey. So I'm sitting in the parking lot of the thrift store. I just popped in. I was getting work done on my car. The Subaru dealership is right down the street. But anyways, at any rate, just to check the electronics real quick, take a peek at the toys. I was just about to leave and check out, and I peeked on one of the shelves up front, and there was this giant stack of just nostalgia. I'll cut to that right now. The original LEGO Technic Bionicle. There was like a few of these, so I grabbed those. I was just like, I'll get the originals. And then I started just kind of looking up a few of these just out of curiosity, and I just realized this is probably not something I'm going to come across ever again. I have like a whole giant bag full of complete Bionicles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16, 17. I also picked up this Bart Simpson. This is a 1990 Bart Simpson doll. I thought that was pretty sweet for like a few bucks. You just never know what you're gonna find. You gotta pop in and look. And it was like right when they opened. So these probably just got put out this morning, because I know for a fact these would all be gone fast. So I grabbed all of them. Was that kind of silly? Yeah. So clearly, I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to the wonderful world of Bionicle. So I decided to call in an expert. We have him here in the studio, so we're gonna bring him out now. Ethan Kirk, Bionicle researcher and expert.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Do you want a handshake?
Yeah. I like your shirt.
This is kind of more of an island theme. The island of Metro Nui is where the Bionicle live.
See, this is why we brought him in.
So,
Meteor New.
huh?
Teach me everything. We're surrounded by these tubes.
Yep. I've spent a lot of my life collecting canisters, as they're called. In the lore, this is where the Bionicle came from, were canisters that arrived on the beaches of Metro Nui. Well, Mata Nui, technically.
Okay.
If you want to write that
Kind of
down.
like Conrad.
Huh?
You ever seen that movie, The Kid in the Tube? So it's like Legos.
No. Here's a fun fact about Bionicle, actually. LEGO was going bankrupt in the early 2000s and late 90s. And Bionicle was kind of their last Hail Mary. They wanted to do a story-oriented world.
So they are Legos.
They are technically LEGO. They're all technically Legos, which is what they were originally made from, were Technic pieces. And as you can see, the original Bionicle canisters had Technic on them.
Okay. All right, and we're back. You know what? This.
Oh,
We're going.
no more notes.
This is just.
Okay.
This is just a conversation.
A
between
free-form discussion.
Friends.
Okay, I like to see it.
Acquaintances. That.
This is a second-generation villain. This was when they started coming out with Bionicle, they had more of like Bionicle creatures. And that's when Bionicle was going by Technic. I really like, one of the biggest things I like about Bionicles is the play features. I feel like there's a lot of like neat stuff that happens with Bionicles. Another play feature of this Borak, this flings out like this, and you can, when you flick it like this,
Oh.
a little Kanohi mask comes out. Masks are kind of the currency slash life force slash like what gives Bionicles their power in the Bionicle world is masks.
So this is one of the original masks. This is a Technic.
Every generation has 6 Toa and 6 bad guys. Yes.
Okay.
So there's fire, grass,
You got it.
rock, ice, water,
Hey, you don't have 6 fingers.
and earth. Another cool play feature of this guy is his sword arm.
Well, this is like his son.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. Those, so that would be considered a Matoran.
So that's like it's like a shorter version.
There are Matoran, which are just like your civilian class. Okay. And then there's Toa,
Krakatoa.
a third one, but I don't really remember.
That's all right.
Let me just Google it really quick.
One moment. When did these first come out?
I think 2001.
2001. Let's put your knowledge to the test.
I think so.
Check the tube or the canister.
Or 2002. Canister.
I know
2001. I know it was the year that the towers were bombed.
One interesting feature I noticed with the tube is that if you twist the tube, it reveals different images.
What's really cool, and that I've always liked about Bionicle, is like the all-encompassing lore.
Yeah.
So like even the canisters themselves are part of the lore, because this is what they arrive to Matanui in.
Strange canisters drift ashore on the island of Matanui.
You alright?
I could use a mask of my own.
How much value are we looking at here? I got these.
Oh, that's right. You like resell them and stuff. So you have no actual respect for the...
Do you want to buy them all?
I mean, kinda, yeah. This is so stupid. Okay, this is where I start to get mad. I spent my whole life scouring for Bionicle. I dream about Bionicles. And you just find them in a thrift store.
Yeah. I found like 20 of these complete. My plan is to keep some of these. I would like to really only collect the original...
The Technic ones?
The Technic, the first series from 2001.
6 heroes, 1 destiny.
So like, there's the Borak, there's the Rakshi, which are the villains for the 3rd phase. And then there's the Rahi, which are the creatures from the original. But they're like creatures. They're like a fly. There's like one on like a wheel, and they look a lot more mechanical. They even started implementing like soft rubber into their builds. Do you remember the commercials with All American Rejects?
Yeah.
All you gotta keep it strong, move along. So it went from 2001 to 2016.
16?
16.
Do you think they'll bring them back?
I hope.
I wonder if they'll do the playbook like they're doing with every vintage toy, where they just re-release the exact same thing.
Well,
or if they'll do just like a brand new line.
In 2022, LEGO came out with a re-release of this guy, of Tahu.
Like a exact replica?
No, so they did like a Lego version, so with no Technic pieces. It was
Lego.
It was all Lego.
That's kind of cool.
And so people thought they were going to do a Bionicle revival, but with just Lego, but nothing ever came of it.
I think the Y2K stuff is gonna get really popular pretty soon, and I
think so.
I bet we will start seeing Bionicle in Target again.
I hope so. It was really cool. Are you familiar with the Dream?
No.
So, for any of you watching who are like in the Bionicle community, there's something called the Dream, but people have the same dream. Sorry, I thought I saw it on Bionicle. People have the same dream where you're in a store and you're racing down aisles, and every aisle is fully stocked with Bionicle canisters. And like you can't believe the story, but you want Bionicles, and you go to try to buy the Bionicles, and you can't.
So there's like this army of grown men that are having Bionicle dreams, and they can't buy them.
Correct.
Is it like a financial thing, like they can't afford it, or?
I think it comes from like the 2008 financial crisis.
A global financial panic.
Which for like a kid, especially in 2008, when they were really popular, it's like your parents don't have that money.
Yeah. I had not the original Tahu, but the next iteration. In the original one, they don't have
armor.
shoulder, they don't have armor. It's just like
so they get covered in what's called protodermis, which is what their masks are made out of.
Is it like a slime?
It's like a molten metal. Okay. So they all get covered in this protodermis, and they get
Slime.
They get beefy. They get slimed, basically.
So they're like juicing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So that's like the second level.
Kind of a sort of a Sam Sulik.
Each Bionicle. Sam Sulik.
I did a bit of a bulk.
Yeah, you're looking good.
Thanks. We don't know each other.
So like the original, and then they got covered in protodermis. And then they had another group of Bionicle, these guys. And then these guys got bit by spiders. Bionicle spiders, which we don't have any here. I have one at my house, but Spinnerax, I think.
Oh, I've seen those. They kind of look like, yeah.
Yeah, they got like those disc launchers.
How many movies are there?
4.
4? Oh, did you bring this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Kind of looks like Iron Man, but
Yeah,
green.
Vakama? No.
Green.
What is his name?
Iron Man. This one?
Yeah.
Toa
Matau.
Matau.
Yeah, this is Vakama.
Toa Matau.
You got it.
I don't really know anything about anything. I just kind of collect stuff.
It's easy. Cool. Collecting's fun.
Because then it just kind of looks like I know about everything, but I actually know nothing about.
What do you
anything.
know? One thing that you know.
Just anything.
Just anything that you know.
I know. February 12th, 1809. So
That is a thing.
it's a date.
That's a date. Hey.
Abraham Lincoln.
Huh?
I know how to spell Lincoln.
I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen this movie in a really long time.
Didn't you just watch all these like a week ago?
Yeah.
Like that's a long time for you to go without watching a Bionicle movie.
Yeah. It came out for. It was back when like the games would just come out for everything.
Yeah.
They don't really come out for everything.
There was a thing, so they would just do a game. If
it was a thing, they did
if
a game.
If a thing existed,
Yeah.
a game would come out.
Yeah.
So the early 2000s, you were like really into Bionicle, and then we had the global financial crisis.
Yep. And I was still deep into Bionicle.
But then, like, now it's 2025, and you went through sort of a lull.
Yeah.
What was going on in that period of time when you didn't have Bionicle in your life?
I kind of I went up the deep end. I lost myself.
Yeah.
But now I'm back. I'm back to Bionicle.
All you gotta keep is strong.
Move along.
Like,
Move
I
along.
know you
Or
should.
Are you in frame?
All right, and we're back. I needed another break.
When do I get a break?
All right, Ethan, we really want to thank you for being here.
Yeah,
today.
no, sure.
And we will definitely maybe have you back on.
Okay. No, I'm always here to help.
So you don't have much going on.
Nah.
Is this your is this a career?
I was expecting to get paid.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah.
I don't know what type of Mickey Mouse operation you guys are running here, but
Well, it's Bionicle. It's not. So to all of our viewers,
thanks for having me on.
it was good. I think
This was really good. This was really fun for me to do, even though I didn't get paid or anything.
well, it's the experience. It's good on your resume if you want to get a real job.
It sure is. Bye, Bionicle.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a kind of warm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see you guys.
Yep. Michael Jordan.